In this video, we will show you how to replace your power steering hose on this Honda Accord. This will be located inside of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The hose location is right across here. You have your power steering pump, and that leads all the way down to your power steering reservoir. Before we continue with the replacement of the hose, it's important to mention it's a good idea to flush the power steering system with the manufacturer's specified fluid. After that, you want to evacuate as much fluid from inside of this reservoir as possible. Once you've done all that, you can continue on with the removal of the hose. Let's start up along the top. You'll find that you have a clamp that you can easily squeeze with some pliers. Once you have that squeezed, you can slide it down the hose, grab onto the hose, give it a little twist to break it free from the power steering pump. Keep in mind there could be fluid in this area. You want to make sure you have a collection bucket under there. Make sure that none of this fluid falls into your alternator or onto your serpentine belt. Now I'll just tip this into my collection bucket. Before we take the hose off the lower part of that power steering reservoir, let's make sure that we put something to protect the belt. We don't want any fluid getting on there. Of course, we will have our collection receptacle under here so we can recycle that fluid properly. Now we can make our way up to that power steering reservoir and remove the clamp. Once you drain that out, let's follow the hose to where it connects onto the reservoir. Once again, we're going to squeeze that clamp, slide it up the hose, and then we can take hold of the hose and remove it from the reservoir. There could still be fluid left in this area. Now we can give this a little twist. We'll break it free from the power steering reservoir. Carefully start pulling this off of here. There it is, friend. All right, let's get ready for the installation of our brand new hose. We'll start down along the bottom, connecting this in along the power steering reservoir. Line it with the reservoir and gently start pressing it in. You may have to twist a little bit along the way. As we continue pushing this in, pay attention to the ending of the hose. You want to make sure it's completely bottomed out with the reservoir, otherwise the hose may potentially come off, even with a clamp on there. Once you have it pressed all the way on there, continue on with reinstalling your clamp. Make sure you have some hose showing on both sides of that clamp. Make sure that's nice and tight. Let's connect in the top portion of this hose. That will go right up to that power steering pump. We'll press it all the way up into the proper position and put on the clamp. You can see hose on both sides. Let's fill up that power steering system. Making sure that you're using the manufacturer's specified fluid, we'll continue adding until we're up to the add lines. You can see right in that reservoir, I'm at the first line, I'll bring it right up to the second line. Now that we have the power steering reservoir filled up to this level, let's carefully raise and support the front of the vehicle, just enough so the wheels are off the ground. Put the key in the on position and turn your steering wheel from one side all the way over to the other. We're going to do this nice and slow. Once we've made it to that side, we'll continue by going back and forth slowly to each of the stop points. While doing so, you will notice that air will make its way out of the system. While we continue this process, we'll also be paying attention to the level of that fluid. Continue topping it off as needed. Now that we've bled the system that way, let's continue on with removing our funnel, reinstalling the power steering reservoir cap. Now we want to get inside the passenger compartment. Start up the vehicle and let it run for approximately 5 seconds and turn it right back off. Make your way back out here and double check that power steering fluid level. Typically it will get drawn down a little bit. Top it off with that manufacturer specified fluid, reinstall the cap, and then run the vehicle for a little while longer. While doing so, make sure you check for power steering fluid leaks. Let's check that power steering level. It's right in between the two markings there. Now we can go ahead and start up the vehicle, let it run, and make sure we don't have any fluid leaks. Now once you've run the vehicle, you found that you didn't have any more air in the system, and you checked for leaks, go ahead and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.